Hey everyone, this is Nature Nate and I'm here to talk about my favorite ultralight headlamp. This thing blows any other headlamp for ultralight that I've ever used out of the water, by far. And I better get a little closer so you can actually see what the heck I'm talking about. So I'll just talk nice and close to you about this one. So this is the Nitecore NU25 and this thing is insane. So it normally comes with a headband. I've just kind of did a modification here with literally just a little tiny piece of Dyneema string, and then I just put a little adjustable knot on there. So I mean, that is as bare minimum ultralight as you can get right there. This thing weighs 0.98 ounces for a rechargeable crazy headlamp. It does, you know, it's rechargeable, so there's limitations to the battery life. The low mode, the low mode is 1 lumen and it goes for 160 hours. So again, 1 lumen, it doesn't seem like much. It's fine for around camp. You can just, it works. And then the second mode is a 38 lumen. So that's pretty much good for your trail. Everything on the trail, 38 lumens, that's gonna be enough, really. And it's kind of a nice broadcasted light. So it's really perfect for the trail. And that is a 9-hour lifespan. So pretty good, honestly, considering, look at that thing. That is so tiny. I would like to just talk about the whole spectrum of this because I love it so much. Oh, and just before I get into that, the headband it comes with, when you look online, it's kind of misleading. The headband itself weighs 0.85 ounces, and then the headlamp by itself weighs 0.95 or 0.97 ounces, let's say. So altogether, it is more. They kind of market it as, oh, it weighs 1 ounce. That's not true. That's just the headlamp itself, but then the headband also weighs 0.85 ounces. So don't be misled by that marketing. It is a little confusing. Even still, I completely recommend this product. Okay, back to the lumens. So then there's a high mode, and that's 190 lumens, and that's for, I believe, 5 hours, maybe 6 hours. So 190 lumens is pretty good. That's if you, you know, need to, you're route finding at night and you need to see out into the distance. You know, if you got to be conservative to a degree with this thing. You don't just walk around blasting all night with the highest beam. But if you're conservative with this thing, it's excellent. I mean, 6 hours at 190 lumens is off the charts, really. And then there is a turbo mode of 360 lumens, and that's for 30 minutes. So in an emergency or whatever, you're trying to signal someone, it's got a 360 lumens for this tiny little headlamp. Other features it has. So if you look at the buttons here, it's got 2 buttons. This first button here, that's for running all the normal white light LEDs, so that you're like 5000K white light, bright white. And then it also has this other button here, and that's for just the red light. So it has 2 different red light modes. One is 0.9 lumens, and then the other is 13 lumens. So you have your red light, and those both, I think, run, they're both like less than 10 hours, but it's something around there. So still a pretty good life for the red light. And then it also has a warm white light, this chip here. So if you're around camp or something like that, and I think that's for 12 hours, you can have a warm white light as well. And all this is on their website if you really want to get the nitty gritty. It's easier to look up than for me to memorize it. I've used this thing a ton. I'd rather talk about how much I've used it and how much I love it. So again, if you need a warm white light for reading a book or something like that, it's got that option, and it's nice and diffused. But also it's a legitimate headlamp. It packs a punch. I mean, I've had other ultralight headlamps that, sure, yeah, okay, they weigh 1 ounce. Awesome. You can hardly see. They max out at like 50 lumens, and I'm telling you, their 50 lumens versus the 38 medium on this, not even a comparison. So this thing is legitimate. When it says 38 lumens, I thought it was way more than that, truthfully. And then the 1 lumen too, the lowest mode, I thought that was way more than 1 lumen. That's kind of baffling to me that it would be rated that low. So I use this thing all the time. Look at how I mean, okay, again, I've modified it, so it has just this little string instead of a proper headband. But look at that. You can just throw that right in your pocket. You completely forget about it. You can bring it with you anywhere because you really don't even worry about having it. It's 1 ounce. Crazy. And you can lock it out. You just hold both buttons. That locks it out, so you don't have to worry about losing your battery. It's USB, it's got a or micro USB to recharge, so you don't even have to like take out batteries and all that. You literally just plug the thing in. There you go. This is seriously like this is the best headlamp I've ever had, and it's waterproof to 3 feet kind of thing, all of that good stuff. I've used it ice climbing at night. I use it for all kinds of backpacking, hiking, all those things at night. Have a great time with, and again, don't even think about having this on me. And oh, another interesting thing you would not consider, because it's so light, I'll just put it on so you can see, and you can see how my modification goes. It still holds it nice and snug. It's and then I just tighten this little drawstring to however I need it, and there you have it. There's the headlamp on. It rotates just like any other modern headlamp. And another thing about this you wouldn't consider, it's so light that it doesn't weigh your head down at all. So like if you're climbing and you got this big bulky headlamp on and it's getting in the way, you would be surprised how much 4 ounces, let's say, of a classic headlamp kind of puts weight on your head, and especially like on your climbing helmet and stuff, and it actually makes a big difference. You might not think of it that way, but it really does. When you have this little tiny 1 ounce thing on your head, it's insane. This is seriously the best headlamp that I've ever owned. I just keep buying them. I buy them for friends and I keep giving them away because that's how much I appreciate their product. And it's from this brand Nitecore. No one's really even heard of it in the outdoor industry, but I'm telling you, it blows Petzl and all those other ones. Sorry, Petzl. It blows them out of the water. Seriously, like this is, I don't even know where they came up with this design, but it is next level. So that's just basics of it. I believe it retails on their website. It's $36.95, so 37 bucks. Well worth it. It's, in my opinion, a pretty good bargain. Well, it's a great bargain, even compared to other headlamps, but like compared to other headlamps, it's still cheap, and you get everything you could want. So check it out, the Nitecore NU25, top notch. I love this thing, and I completely endorse it. All right, thank you.